Hi, I'm Anna and this is our son Dara. Dara is 14 months old and he's a very happy little boy. He's been diagnosed with left hemiplegic cerebral palsy. So we noticed at about 4 months old that Dara didn't use his left side much. The right side of his brain's damaged, which affect the movement on the left hand side of his body. So a lot of the time his left hand is fisted and his arm is in a 90-degree angle. Dara struggles with day-to-day tasks like holding a spoon, holding a cup, getting dressed. He pushes his right side through, but he doesn't push his left side through.
Dara has joined us for our infant baby programme for CIMT. He is currently struggling with his range of movement in all directions with his left arm. He is struggling to reach for things, reach for toys, engage in play with his left side. He's struggling to grasp and release items when he's wanting to. And he's struggling to do functional activities like self-feeding, playing, pulling off his socks with his left arm, and many things that babies would usually do at his age. Early intervention is important because you're wanting to start creating the neural pathways and start working and developing on different movements. So we use the principles of early intervention, as I've mentioned, repetition. So wanting to repeat the movements each day using a variety of different tasks.
This is the first treatment that we've done with Dara. The more we got talking to people that had hemiplegia, lots of them recommended CIMT. So we're hoping that CIMT will help Dara improve his range of movement on his left side. Start using his hand for some of the day-to-day things, feeding himself, playing, hopefully like helping him crawl. He can't crawl because he doesn't have the strength in his left arm to support himself.
So now we are at Dara's 3rd week for his CIMT programme, and so we have already seen such a massive improvement of his movement and his strength and his dexterity of his fine motor skills. He's able to demonstrate that he has now the same amount of range and strength in lifting his arm into shoulder flexion and abduction. However, abduction is still slightly limited, but he's able to complete tasks in this movement.
With the casting process, I suppose the apprehension that we had prior to doing it was that Dara really didn't use his left arm at all, so isolating the only form that he had for movement and communication, if you like, was something that we were worried about. The fact that would he be able to utilise his other arm properly, and the sort of emotional impact it might have on him by feeling distressed at not being able to utilise his non-affected side.
His method of getting about is rolling, and we were wondering how a cast would hamper his rolling, if at all. But no, it doesn't restrict him at all. He's quickly adapted to having a cast on, and it doesn't slow him down.
Each time that he's done it has got easier as he's become more comfortable with the process. There was a lot of distraction required first time round, but the therapists are very good, clearly know what they're doing and they've done this before, so that makes it easier and they know what to expect.
Dara is able to reach out and grasp items that he's wanting to. He's able to release then items that he's also not wanting to hold anymore. He's able to hold items now that are a lot heavier. So in the first week, we have a shaking bell maraca, and he was unable to hold this due to the weight of the object. And now he's able to hold the object for over 3 minutes and shake it and move it around. Dara is also now able to self-feed pretty much independently. He takes food items, such as like hand food, like little crisps, straight to his mouth, and with minimal assistance, he's able to feed himself with a yogurt.
I'm surprised at in a good way, at the level of improvement we've seen. I was hoping that he would be able to utilise his arm, or his affected side a bit more, but the way that he's adapted to using his affected side has been incredible, really. He doesn't really go for his non-affected side at all at the moment, whether he's in therapy or at home, and his skills are coming on day by day. It's taken a lot out of him at his age in terms of concentration and having to concentrate for the period of time that he's with the therapists, but the progress made is remarkable. And prior to him doing this, we've done a lot of research about early intervention and early treatments, and I think that speaks volumes when you see the amount that he's come on since starting this.
We've seen progress really quickly. We noticed on day 1 a big improvement. As the days and weeks have gone by, we can notice gradual change in that his hand opens a lot more, he reaches and grabs for things, and he's getting stronger on that left side as a result.
So we are now on week 4 with Dara on his CIMT Infant Baby programme, and he has come on leaps and bounds. He has been really working well with his self-feeding and initiation of movement. He rarely goes to use his right arm anymore and will actually go for his left, even when there's no prompts and just to explore things. He's been able to extend his first finger much more now. There are still times where he does struggle and the finger is still in flexion, but overall he is making massive improvement.
The process has been fantastic for him in terms of the way he's been able to adapt to it throughout. The sort of apprehension and concerns that we had prior to doing this don't seem to have materialised, which is fantastic. Also, I'd say that the care the therapists give to his non-affected side, so once the cast is removed, I suppose one of the concerns we might have had was the where his skin would have been after being covered up for a week and trying to keep it dry, but they assess it well. They're able to make sure that his skin integrity is still good and give him treatment for that. He's become more content in his emotions, so he's able to concentrate better. Prior to this, he wasn't really walking or communicating well, and as his learning through his arms developed, I think his learning in other aspects of his development have occurred as well, so he's able to walk and stand much better. He's able to communicate verbally much better than he was prior to this, so it's almost brought on a sort of global learning. Overall, it's been a great decision to bring him here for therapy. Prior to him doing this, we had done a lot of research into the evidence base just to familiarise ourselves with it and make sure that we understood what is possible from it, but genuinely from our experience, it's been better than I would have thought it would have been. The therapists have been extremely knowledgeable, they've been very patient with him. They've taught us a lot, as well as Dara a lot, to continue his learning, and genuinely could not recommend it anymore. We've been so fortunate to be able to do it, and the continuation, I hope, will keep happening when we're not here as well.